Hello from the Crane Aquatic Center in Brookline. This is Brookline High School Athletics on BATV, and today it's girls swimming and diving action as the Boston Latin Wolfpack are in town to take on the Brookline Warriors. I'm Brad Kasnet, and today we have two teams that are still looking for their first dual meet win of the season. One of them will get it in the pool here today, so the Warriors and the Wolfpack coming up next here on BATV.
Hard today when he does get the ball, and he's going to take it for over the court and your point.
We are underway with the first event of the day. It's the 200 medley relay. And the backstroke, the first leg of that. The Warriors today are in the odd-numbered lanes 1, 3, and 5. Brookline wearing the red caps, while the Boston Latin Wolfpack in the even-numbered lanes 2, 4, and 6 in the purple caps. And lane 1 is at the top of your screen, down to lane 6 at the bottom. Right now it is Brookline in lane 3 with a slight lead. This is Sarah Gladstone swimming the breaststroke leg, edging out lane 4, got about just shy of a body length lead, and it was 0.4 of a second going into that last leg. So here's the third leg. And it's getting tight between lanes 3 and 4. Valentina Rojas for Brookline in lane 3, but Boston Latin pulling ahead in lane 4. And the Wolfpack take the lead. Top 3 times score in the relays. 8 points for first place, 4 points for second place, 2 points for third place. And it's neck and neck on the final leg. Brookline has a slight edge, and the Warriors take it. In lane 3, Boston Latin in second. Tight battle for third here. And that goes to the Warriors as well in lane 5. So it was Yudi Liu, Sarah Gladstone, Valentina Rojas, and Daniela Cruz in lane 3, taking the win for the Warriors in 2:05.44. And that is a state meet qualifying time. And coming in third for the Warriors in lane 5, that group was Fiona Burns, Sonia Bond, Courtney Carroll, and Maya Bialik. So 200 medley in the books. The Warriors take the first race of the day. Now it's the 200-yard freestyle event. The swimmers for the Warriors in lane 1, Julia Terry. In lane 3, Emily Lasanti. And in lane 5, Emily Bivens. We apologize, we don't have the names of the Boston Latin swimmers here today. They were not able to provide us with that, but we do know who the Warriors are. And it is Lasanti in the lead at the halfway mark, and it looks like Bivens in second. So Warriors 1-2 right now in the 200 free. Santi still out in front as they make the turn, and now it's a 3-way race for second. Well, it looks like Bivens maybe still has the edge for second place. Halfway through, Lasanti has the lead. It's lane 4, the Boston Latin swimmer in second, and Bivens in lane 5, just behind in third place. Emily Lasanti, a senior, one of the Warriors' captains, opening up her lead. With 50 yards to go, she's out in front. Boston Latin in second. Bivens in third. In lane 5. Final length of the pool. Lasanti well out in front. And Emily Lasanti will take this race. 2:13.92 her time. Boston Latin in second. Emily Bivens finishes third at a time of 2:19.59. Boston Latin touches fourth, and fifth goes to Boston Latin as well. So Emily Lasanti wins the 200 free, 2:13.92 her time. Next up, the 200-yard individual medley. For the Warriors, it's Audrey Stitt in lane 1, Sarah Gladstone in lane 3, and Valentina Rojas in lane 5. And Gladstone neck and neck for the lead in this first leg. Gladstone has the lead at the first turn by about a tenth of a second. And now opening up a little more distance on the backstroke leg. Scores after the first two events for the team. Brookline with 19 points, Boston Latin with 11. So Gladstone halfway through has about a 3-second lead and continues to open up more distance. Rojas in lane 5 is in a tight battle for third. She's just a bit ahead right now. As Gladstone completing the breaststroke leg with a healthy lead. Final leg for Gladstone. Onto the freestyle. She's in first. Boston Latin, their group in second. And Rojas in third for the Warriors. Down the stretch. And touching first is Sarah Gladstone at a time of 2:26.42. That's a state qualifying time. Boston Latin finishes in second. Rojas takes third for the Warriors in lane 5. Boston Latin claiming fourth. And Audrey Stitt will get fifth place for Brookline in lane 1. Now the 50-yard freestyle, the fastest race of the day for Brookline. Michaela Schwartz in lane 1, Judy Liu in lane 3, and Thea Charles Moon in lane 5. This is the first of 5 heats, but this is the one that counts in the team scoring. Looks like it's Charles Moon in lane 5 that may have the lead after the first 25. Tight race, as these 50 frees typically are. Lane 6 may actually be pulling ahead now. And at the finish, it's lane 6 that takes it for Boston Latin. Thea Charles Moon finishes in second for the Warriors. It was actually bottom to top, finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in lane 3, Judy Liu took fourth for the Warriors as well. So Boston Latin takes the 50 free. This is heat 2 of the 50 free. For the Warriors, it's Catherine Brumberg in lane 1, Sonia Bond in lane 3, and Elena Cisneros in lane 5. And it is going to be Sonia Bond that takes this heat. Second was Catherine Brumberg. And third was Elena Cisneros. So the Warriors go 1, 2, 3 in the second heat of the 50 free. Third heat in the 50 free for the Warriors. Annie Chang in lane 1. Ina Meng in lane 3. Darcy Perry in lane 5. Neck and neck between two Warriors. And it's lane 5 that takes it. Darcy Perry wins that heat. Ina Meng in lane 3 came in second. And Annie Chang in third. So once again, the Warriors go 1, 2, 3. In that, the third heat of the 50 free. Heat 4 underway in the 50 free. For the Warriors in lane 1, Maddie Emmerich. In lane 3, Fiona Burns. In lane 5, Olivia Elba. 3 freshmen swimming this one for the Warriors. It's Burns that has a pretty healthy lead. And Fiona Burns captures this heat. Maddie Emmerich in second. Final heat of the 50 free. This one all Warriors. Ariana Iavarone in lane, she's in lane 3. Michaela Oster in lane 1 at the top of your screen, and Gilladini in lane 5 at the bottom of your screen. And it's Adini who is out in front. Although Iavarone is closing fast, this will be a close finish. Gilladini takes this heat in the 50 free. So we've got the 100 free up next. And we're underway with the diving competition. Four and a half, 4, 3.5 in that first dive. That was the Warriors. Boston Latin up next here. Just trying to figure out which dive this is. Five and a half across the board on a difficult dive as well. So here's Brookline. Five and a half, 3.5, 4.5 the scores there. .8 the degree of difficulty on this dive. Boston Latin, second diver. Five, 4.5, and 4 the scores for that dive. Again, we apologize. We don't have any of the divers' names from either team. The coaches did not provide that for us. Three and a half, 3.5, 3 the scores for Brookline's final diver. Seven, 8, 8.5 scores on that dive. 3.5, 3.5, 3. The score is there. Four, 3.5, 3 scores on that dive. Four and a half, 4.5, 4. The scores on that dive. Seven, 7.5, 7.5. Great scores on that dive. Four and a half, 4.5, 3.5. .7 the degree of difficulty on this dive. And 5s across the board. Six and a half, 7.7 on that dive. Four and a half, 3.5, 4 on that dive. Four and a half, 3, 3.5. The scores on that difficult dive, a 2.2 degree of difficulty. Six and a half, 7.5, 7.5. Scores on that dive. into the 5th round of diving. This was a 1.4 degree of difficulty on this dive. 4.5, 4, 4. .6 degree of difficulty on that dive. 3.5, 4.5, 4 are the scores. Six, 6, and 6.5. Good scores there on a difficult dive. Fours across the board on that dive. Into the final round of dives. 6, 4.5, and 5.5. The scores on that. So we will wait for them to tally up the scores and head back into the swimming pool after this. So we're ready to get back into swimming with the 100 fly up next. We have the results from diving. It was Sylvie Stoloff of Boston Latin winning with a score of 229.15 over her 6 dives. Brookline's Myra Johnson finishing second, and Alua Noyen, also of Brookline, finishing in third. So Latin takes the diving events. Now the team scores to this point, by my calculations at least, as there's a good deal of math involved in these swim meets. Brookline with 42 points, Boston Latin with 33. So the Warriors out in front at this point. So next up is the 100 fly. In lane 1 from Brookline is Audrey Stitt. Lane 2 from Boston Latin, Isabel Ridge Creamer. Lane 3 from Brookline, Courtney Carroll. Lane 4 is Michaela Harrington of Boston Latin. Lane 5, Thea Charles Moon of Brookline. And lane 6, Juliana Kiley of Boston Latin. Harrington off to an early lead for the Wolfpack. Harrington out in front, and it looks like Ridge Creamer in second. It's Boston Latin going 1-2 so far at the halfway point. Harrington makes the turn in 30.92. Behind her is Ridge Creamer. Courtney Carroll of the Warriors in third right now. And Harrington with a pretty good lead. Boston Latin looking like they're going to go 1-2 in this race. Michaela Harrington wins the 100 fly with a time of 106.76. Isabel Ridge Creamer of Boston Latin in second. And touching third is Brookline's Courtney Carroll, Brookline's Thea Charles Moon in fourth. And finishing fifth is Audrey Stitt of the Warriors. So Michaela Harrington of Boston Latin takes the 100 fly as the Wolfpack go 1-2 in that event. She posted a sectional qualifying time, Harrington did, in winning that race. Now the 100-yard freestyle for the Warriors. Maya Bialik in lane 1, Daniela Cruz in lane 3, and Valentina Rojas in lane 5. Cruz out in front at the halfway mark. It's Kate Della Barba of Boston Latin. In second, she's in lane 4. And Cruz with a big lead. Daniela Cruz takes the 100-yard freestyle in a time of 58.78. That is a state qualifying time. Kate Della Barba of Boston Latin in second. Valentina Rojas of Brookline in third. Boston Latin in fourth, and Maya Bialik of Brookline in fifth. So Daniela Cruz takes the 100-yard freestyle for the Warriors. Here's the second heat of the 100-yard freestyle for the Warriors. It's Linda Oster in lane 1, Emma Bowe in lane 3, and Haley Bain in lane 5. Scoring update for you after that first heat of the 100 free. The Warriors 58 points. And the Boston Latin Wolfpack 49 points. So the Warriors maintaining a slight lead in the meet. Boston Latin out in front in this one. All freshmen in the pool for the Warriors. And Boston Latin goes 1-2 in this second heat of the 100 free. Finishing in third for Brookline is Haley Bain. And Emma Bowe is fourth, with Linda Oster rounding out the pack. And now the 500-yard freestyle underway, the longest swim of the day. We've got Julia Terry of Brookline in lane 1. Emily Lasanti of Brookline is in lane 3. Emily Bivens of Brookline in lane 5. For Boston Latin, we're not sure who is in lane 2, but lane 4 is Camille DeSisto. And lane 6, Monica Ovalis. And it's Lasanti in the lead. A pair of Boston Latin swimmers close for second and third. Lasanti still out in front. Neck and neck between lanes 2 and 4 for second, both Boston Latin swimmers. Bivens in 4th and Terry in 5th. Lasanti with about a 7-second lead at that last turn, while the two Boston Latin swimmers fighting for second were separated by just 0.02 of a second. Lasanti now with nearly half a pool length of open water. Well in front. Now about a 10-second lead for Lasanti, as DeSisto in second place for the Wolfpack. Lasanti holding on to about a 10-second lead. She's now gone 15 lengths of the pool. Five more to go. Still about a 10-second lead. Lasanti maintaining over DeSisto. Final lap for Lasanti. And she makes the turn for home. Emily Lasanti wins the 500-yard freestyle in a time of 6 minutes and 0.53 seconds. Camille DeSisto in second for Boston Latin, about 10 seconds behind. Boston Latin takes third as well. Emily Bivens of the Warriors finishing fourth. And for fifth place, it looks like Julia Terry will take that one up in lane one. Terry touches to secure fifth place. And it's Emily Lasanti that wins the 500-yard freestyle for the Warriors. Underway in the 200-yard freestyle relay. Update on the meet score. Again, by my unofficial calculations, we have the Warriors leading the Wolfpack 67-56 entering this event. Top three teams will earn points in the relay. And it's the Warriors out in front. Daniela Cruz swam a great first leg in lane 3. She now gives way to Yudi Liu. Looks like Boston Latin's got second and third right now. But Liu out in front for the Warriors on the second leg. And down in lane 5, that's Fiona Burns for Brookline, challenging for third now. Sarah Gladstone now in lane 3 for the Warriors, third leg of 4. Boston Latin firmly in second in lane 4, and now reclaiming third as well up in lane 2. Anchor leg. Emily Lasanti is in. She's fresh off that 500 free winning swim. Now anchors the 200-yard free relay. And it looks like she can make it. Back-to-back wins here for the Warriors. And Emily Lasanti touches first to win it for the Warriors. Tight battle for third. And Brookline takes that as well. Michaela Schwartz swimming the anchor leg in lane 5. Coming alive at the end to take third place. So the Warriors take first and third as Boston Latin, their team in lane 4, comes in second place. Here's the second heat of the 200 free relay. We've got 3 Brookline teams in the water, 1 team from Boston Latin. On this first leg, it's Linda Oster of Brookline in lane 1, Olivia Elba in lane 3, and Antonella Kussler in lane 5. Those are the Warriors, and it looks like it is lane 5, Antonella Kugler with the lead after the opening leg. Neck and neck between these top 3 teams. Team scores after the 200 free relay. Brookline taking first and third in the first heat. Gets them up to a 77-60 lead. So that relay, a big win for the Warriors. Boston Latin now taking command of this race. And it's Boston Latin that wins it. So the Wolfpack take the second heat in the 200 free relay. And we are underway in the 100-yard backstroke. The swimmers in this race in lane 1 from Brookline, Fiona Burns. Lane 2 from Boston Latin, Nora Cameron. Lane 3 from Brookline, Daniela Cruz. Lane 4 from Boston Latin, Kate Della Barba. Lane 5 from Brookline, Judy Liu. And lane 6 from Boston Latin, Morgan Spalding. At the halfway mark, it is Cameron in the lead in lane 2 for the Wolfpack. Although Cruz and Della Barba are just behind her, neck and neck themselves for second place. And closing. See how they come up from the turn. All 3 looking about neck and neck. And now maybe it's Cruz with a slight lead. Cruz trying to pull away down the stretch. And Daniela Cruz wins it for the Warriors, coming from behind. Nora Cameron in second. Kate Della Barba in third. Judy Liu in fourth. Morgan Spalding in fifth. So Daniela Cruz of Brookline wins the 100-yard backstroke with a time of 1:10:34. second heat of the 100-yard backstroke. All warriors in this one. Michelle Coe in lane 1. Camille White in lane 3. Aiden Mallory in lane 5. Neck and neck between Coe and White at the first turn. The timer actually did not record a split for Coe, so unsure exactly who is in the lead, although it looks like now White is just a shade ahead in lane 3. And finishing up is Camille White. Wins the heat with a time of 1:27.28. Now the 100-yard breaststroke underway. Lane 1 is Courtney Carroll of Brookline. Lane 2, Sophie Von Hunius of Boston Latin. Lane 3, Sarah Gladstone of Brookline. Lane 4, Sally Wu from Boston Latin. Lane 5 is Sonia Bond of Brookline. And lane 6, Natalie Fiorenzo of Boston Latin. First trip down the pool, and it's Gladstone in the lead. Wu in second. And it looks like Fiorenzo down in lane 6 making a push for second as well, maybe pulling ahead. Gladstone in the lead at the turn. And it's Fiorenzo in second, just ahead of Wu. Gladstone still out in front. Neck and neck for second between the two Boston Latin swimmers. Sonia Bond for Brookline looks to be in fourth. And now they make the turn for home. Sarah Gladstone in the lead. She'll win it for the Warriors. Second place is going to be tight between these two Boston Latin swimmers. It is Natalie Fiorenzo that takes it. Sally Wu in third. Fourth place goes to Sonia Bond of Brookline, and Courtney Carroll of Brookline finishes fifth. But Sarah Gladstone wins the 100-yard breaststroke with a time of 1 minute and 15.10 seconds. That is a state qualifying standard. Here goes the second heat of the 100-yard breaststroke. Once again, all Warriors in this heat. Lane 1 is Tatiana Sapeva. Lane 3, Anna Aristakova. And lane 5, Antonella Kugler. Aristakova in the lead at the turn. The team scores after that 100 breaststroke. The Warriors have a 94-75 lead by my unofficial calculations. If that is correct, that means that the Warriors have enough points to clinch this meet with one event remaining, the 400 free relay. So it's Sarah Gladstone's win in the 100-yard breaststroke that is going to put this one out of reach. As the second heat comes to a close, it is Anna Aristakova winning it with a time of 1 minute 35.19 seconds. Antonella Kugler finishing second, and Tatiana Spaeva in third. One more event left to go. It's the 400 free relay coming up next. Final event of the meet underway, the 400-yard freestyle relay. Out in front is Valentina Rojas of the Warriors in lane 3. The three Boston Latin swimmers are neck and neck for second. As Rojas makes the turn, it's lanes 2 and 4 that were second and third, and now a little bit of separation starting to see between them, but Rojas still in the lead for the Warriors as she making her last trip down the pool as the lead leg of this 400 free relay. Warriors in the lead after the first leg, and now Michaela Schwartz in for Brookline. The Boston Latin team up in lane 2 is in second. Schwartz opening up a good lead here. She makes the turn. Got about a 5-second lead. Final length of the second leg as Michaela Schwartz has the Warriors out in front. And she hands off to Thea Charles Moon. Still about a 5-second lead for the Warriors. A lot more separation now between the Boston Latin teams as the group up in lane 2 in command of second. Charles Moon halfway done. Now about a 6-second lead. As Charles Moon gets ready to hand off to the anchor leg. Emily Lasanti on the blocks, looking to take this one home for the Warriors. And Lasanti in to swim the final leg in lane 3. About a 9-second lead now. So Charles Moon added some distance between the Warriors and the Wolfpack. Lasanti with 50 yards to go. And Emily Lasanti wins this race for the Warriors. Time of 4:13.96. That's a sectional qualifying time. As Boston Latin takes second and third, but the Warriors cap off this dual meet win with a victory in the 400 freestyle relay. So the final scores have been tallied, and Brookline wins it 93-87. The Warriors got some great results today from Emily Lasanti, who won two individual races and swam the anchor leg on two winning relay teams for the Warriors. So Brookline gets its first dual meet win of the season. Once again, the final score: Brookline Warriors 93, Boston Latin Wolfpack 87. So for our BATV crew, our producer Charles Henneberry, I'm Brad Kasnett saying so long from the Crane Aquatic Center.